That's what we do from that one. That'll just be
a little with the applause
short,
in the background.
Live from the studio audience with the applause, man. You know, that'll get more of our directorial producership up. Because didn't you say that? Because we talked about bucket list before. I know making a movie has to be on your bucket list.
Absolutely.
Because as much as I hey, look, listen, as much as I watch movies, he knows the actors' names and stuff. I will go and know the studio, the budget, and all that stuff, but he'll know the actor's name, what they've been in, you know.
And how to shoot a good angle, and what's bad for directions. Like directing, I really want to direct a movie. I would love to write a screenplay and direct a movie. It would be so fucking great if I had a good enough budget to do it my way, not like no Tubi shit. I mean, I would write one and sell it to Tubi just to start. That way I could create my budget. Maybe that's the way to go. That's drop like 3 of them shits.
Okay, there was one director.
Maybe.
I can't remember his name. I can't remember his name. There's one director that said that he wrote a gang of no, I think he's a writer-director, so he wrote a gang of movies that he wanted to do himself. Mm-hmm. It could have been James Cameron or somebody big like that, Steven Spielberg maybe even. But a lot of them first 100 shits that he wrote is all trash. That's the soil, the dirt that you lay down. So when you get to 101, that 101 or whatever number you at is the seed. That seed you put down is going to plant that plant that's going to be that great story. So it's a lot of trial and error. And the same thing with directing. Another director, I think it could be Martin Scorsese, but he started as a cinematographer. It could be him, I'm not sure, but he started as a cinematographer. So since you like the camera angles the most, a lot of the great directors, they start as cinematographers, knowing the camera angle and where to shoot. Hard, you know. So that'll be that. That sounds very good. That's a
good way to start, but I say start with learning how to be an actor. Because if you don't know what an actor has to do, then you don't know what to do and what to look for from them and how to bring it out of them as a director.
Did we get a shot for Terrence Crawford on the last one?
No, we missed a shot on the last one.
Anyway, y'all do it.
So, anyway.
Let's get to it.
Born a competitor, form is incredible. These rappers I won't settle for, they ain't even edible. Caution, caution, but the tape ain't yellow though.
Welcome back to another 2-Shot Review. It's your guy, Lucky. And my main man always to my left, sometimes to my right. And
you see I'm cut with the black and white. This is my villain origin story, man. So I'm on my Two-Face vibes.
And speaking of villain origin story, let's get right into Gen V, episode 2 of season 2. Be honest with you, not a lot happened, but I'm gonna bust it down for you as I always do. So Marie is in a laundromat recording a video, right? And it's about how she's coming back to God You. Emma's helping her, again, the directorial. She's directing her, and she's telling her, like, hey, this is not it. The way you're doing it is kind of dry. Pick that shit up. Put some perk to it. So, for some reason, Jordan's wearing 2 tank tops. I don't get it. The dean has a meeting with Marie when she finally gets back and pretty much tells her, Andre Powers killed him, and here's his medical record. This is how all this happened. Now, Polarity, which is Andre's dad, I'm just going to start calling him Polarity. He gets himself instated as a professor inside the school. The dean holds a hero defense class and basically targets Marie, but Jordan helps her out and helps the team and they get the win. Polarity recruits Emma to do some investigative work, so they go on a little side mission. But it's like right after she takes what she thinks is a Zanny, and hijinks ensue. But they do find out that old Goldie was hiding the history of an alliance with the man with the little mustache, if you know your history. And he has a lot of ties to the high and right, and so on and so forth.
The man with the little mustache?
Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. And so...
yeah.
So also, Emma gets big out of excitement. New power unlocked. So yeah, that happens. And then on the news, they find out that a group of fucking Starlight victims got murdered, but mainly the black guy that helped out Marie for the last episode. He gets implicated as the one who attacked Kate, and Turns out Kate survived that skull crashing. So that was Gen B, to keep it straight and brief, without all the side B plots, because there's a lot of emotional hoopla going on and a lot of relationship drama. Sam and Emma, Sam and his new girlfriend, Jordan and Marie mad at her family, and it's a lot, and it's none of it's necessary to know. It doesn't move the plot. It doesn't move me in any type of way. Honestly, what they're really pressing is the relationship between Marie and Jordan, and Jordan's identity. I don't even remember if Jordan started as a boy or a girl. I think Jordan started as a girl and was able to transition. That was their power. But they always decided to be a boy for the sake of
Parents.
Yeah, no. So they were a boy. That's what it was. Jordan was a boy, decided to transition to a girl once they learned their powers. They were able to transition, and then decided to be a boy when they got into relationships or whenever they want to prove a point or be more powerful. So, because that's one of their powers. Whenever they're a boy, they're basically invincible or indestructible. But when they transition to a girl, they have force push powers type shit.
Yeah, some kind of hand beam type shit.
Yeah. So.
But vulnerable.
Vulnerable nonetheless, absolutely. So the hero class that the dean puts them through, it is basically to get them to learn how to use their powers the right way and where their powers come from, the origins of them, what they can do, and so on and so forth. Basically, he's asking Marie, like, why do you always cut yourself in order to use your powers? You know you can control blood. Why do you need to cut your own hand? Like, basically, you're attacking yourself because of some sort of self-hate type of thing. Like, really digging deep into their psychology. And it's really interesting. He's not just like a dickhead, but you can tell he's up to something. And he knows what they know, for lack of better words. And we're going to get into that in the next episode. How'd you feel about it?
All right, coming into episode 2, I'm like, all right, because I know
all right.
The shock value's there. I know they're trying to get me with the shock value, but like you said, it seemed like a lot of filler. I really don't care about the relationships, but as a businessman, I see the reason why they're doing it and who they're catering to. You got to imagine there are kids like from 17 to 24 who are on the precipice of going to college or who have just exited college that all have recently lived or has currently lived this current experience of this age of acceptance, because the time I was going through this, it was a little less acceptance. I'm not afraid to age myself. I graduated in 1999, so that is a different, me going into the world at that time period is way different than somebody who is just going to college, let's say now, who has a different understanding. So I understand, you know what I'm saying? But can I relate? No, I can't relate. So when I watched it, I'm like, all right, yeah, cool. And that's how episode 2 seemed to me. And then, and I'm looking for the shocking stuff, like the,
it was nothing shocking.
When what's her name? Emma got big, and she's like, I show my tatas, and then she's doing the Zanny, and then the girl is freaking out because people are threatening her at the little booth because now they got the.
You would think they would at least show a cheek or something, not to even be a perv, but as much as she's naked on camera, quote unquote, from her getting big and getting small, they ain't show not a nip, a tit, nothing. Like, they keep her super protected, which I can respect, but at the same time, it's like they show a grip of nudity on this show. Show some ass cheeks. Jordan and fucking what's her name having sex, but they finishing the covers is up here. I mean, at least, like, I don't know, maybe that's just me. Like, directing wise, that just, it's a lack of realism.
All right, let me ask you a question.
It's a lack of realism.
I got you. So, the shrinking her name is Emma, right?
Yeah.
Do you find Emma attractive?
What does that have to do with my...
I'm just asking questions. Can I ask questions?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, all right, yeah.
You do? All
yes.
right, cool,
all right.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
And And Marie is the girl that does the blood, right?
Correct.
Then the other girl is
Jordan.
the Jordan other girl. And then the other girl who do the mind powers when you touch her, what's her name?
Kate.
What if it was her?
Same deal.
You want to see, but she really.
And if it's the scene, if the scene calls for nudity, be nude. Like just be honest, be nude. You don't have to fucking expose yourself, but there's a way to do it tastefully, and it's been done in many movies. You don't have to be butt ass naked.
What about male
but
frontals?
It's been done, and that's what was it. 28 years later.
No, I'm just saying, is that something you'll be putting in your movie if the scene calls for it?
I won't write that in my fucking movie.
I'm just trying to understand. That's me just trying to understand.
But if you're writing stuff like that and the
Okay.
actors are on the fucking camera and they're agreeing to the scenes, then yeah. Don't be a prude about the shit.
All right.
We're in 2025 and you got the fucking blankets up to here after quote unquote sex.
But see,
Why even cut into them
but
in
this
this
is
intimate
what I'm
moment?
saying. This is why I understand, because the story of The Boys is, you know, and coming into
Graphic,
the spinoff of
vulgar.
Gen V, graphic, vulgar, and pressing the line.
Yeah.
So when you got the Gen V spinoff, you got to stay in that same vein, graphic, vulgar, and
And
pressing
they
the line.
do for everybody
But-
else
hold on.
but the main cast.
But in order to get that rating, that still gets you in the demographic that you're trying to reach, you can't go too far. So you can have, you know, certain things that aren't exposed, but other things like, you know, you can't really have. So
Yeah, but they've had full male frontals, so what's wrong with, again, the main cast showing some ass? That's
It's-
all I'm saying.
it's about
If you
that
gonna-
actress.
If you're gonna protect these people, then don't put them in these quote unquote emotional or vulnerable
Don't you
situations
think-
where they're naked.
Don't you think the studio wanted
it's,
that?
It's weird to blur. It's like it's like Wilson with the motherfucking face. Like it's like doing this the whole time. Whenever you see it, or somebody with the fucking. Remember Right to Censor? If you're an old wrestling fan, it's like Right to Censor. Right when somebody is finna get naked on camera, boom, when they come out with the shits and they censor it, you can't see anything.
Well, hold
Or
on.
like that Family Guy episode where the FCC popped in, boom, it censor everything. It's like that.
But look, this is all I'm saying. At the end of the day, Emma didn't write that. They wrote that in for her. And I'm pretty sure they wrote it worse than what they showed it. It came down to the actress to be like, no, I'm not going that far.
Okay, we're spending a lot of time on this. So, how did you
I mean,
feel?
you cut me off during my take, bro.
My bad. I was just saying.
I see you was very emotional
I
about
was
the
just
girl
adding
you was
something.
very attracted to
No,
not
no,
being
don't
able
do
to show her titties. So I'll let you rock.
I was just
But
saying.
that's episode 2. For y'all, for those of y'all that think it was hot, you gonna get a little peek, but you ain't getting the full thing.
Look, I get it, but we not doing that. We not doing that. And that was episode 2. I know there was no shot time because you're supposed to be watching the playlist, and if you watch the first playlist, then you already know we don't take shots until the 4th one.
But you can take your shot. Just do it responsibly.
You dig? And that's episode 2.
We're gonna spin the block with number 3.
Paul versus Davis. Jake Paul versus Tank Davis, that is. Tank finna knock this nigga dick in the dirt, and I can't fucking wait. I can't fucking wait. Because listen, unless it's in his contract that he can't punch him out, it's fucking over. I ain't
Okay.
seen Jake Paul has done nothing
Can
to
I stop you
convince
there?
me.
Respectfully, can I stop you there?
At all. Go ahead.
So when you do the research and you do your due diligence, you learn that the New York State Athletic Commission denied the fight because the sanctioning legality of it doesn't make sense. I think they went to Atlanta, they turned it down, and then they went to Florida. Florida said we'll do it only if, and I'm going to put this in layman terms, I'm not going to put this in legalese. They said only if, number one, because of the height and weight difference, one person has to wear 16-ounce gloves, basically big pillows, and the other one can wear 8-ounce gloves, which is smaller, quicker little striking things. So you already know who's who. Number two, it has to be exhibition style. And if you go to Pro Box, you can look at both boxers. These are the only 2 boxers right now that are hybrid. that have a hybrid boxing category. Jake Paul and Tank Davis. And number 3, they say you can't use your skills, which means that one fighter can't look like they're trying to beat another fighter. So I'm sorry I'm raining on everybody's parade because I know this is a big fight. And don't get me wrong, I want to see Tank.
Tell me this shit
I want to see Tank knock him out too. But I just learned about this thing. So when I hear it, I got to do my due diligence. And now that it's almost confirmed,
this
basically
nigga said it like it was breaking. Hold on, this just in. Hold on, I'm not step on you. This
it
just
is.
in.
It's just
But
in.
they won't be fighting no type of real fight,
They're not.
according to the boxing commission.
They're
This
not.
would be bullshit.
Well,
sorry to
they had a
rant,
press
ladies and
conference.
gentlemen, but it's not gonna happen the way you think it is.
Look. See, a lot of people don't remember. They had a press conference, but just like Ryan Garcia, after the Devin Haney cheated, he had the press conference with that Japanese dude, but the fight didn't go down. So when I say that it's almost confirmed, is that I don't believe press conferences. I believe I believe fight night when people step in the ring. I've been watching this sport for a long time. I've seen people pull out the day of the fight, big fights. So, I'll believe it when the fight night comes and both guys get in the ring. But from what is on paper, they can't use their skills. They can't. They got a bigger glove weight difference, and it has to be exhibition style. That's why they're both hybrid. They're both hybrid boxers or whatever. I don't even know what that means because then I got to look that up. But it's a whole can of worms. So I'm excited for the circus and the spectacle, but in terms of like, what does it mean? It means absolutely nothing to me personally. Now, to clean that up, to wash that bad taste out of your mouth, let's just give an honorary shot. Go ahead, man. We're going to give an honorary shot for the 3-time undisputed champion. My man.
I told you.
Terrence
I told you.
Bud Crawford.
Oh,
And rumors are he might go down to 160 because he just won that championship against Canelo Alvarez at 168. So he wants to go down to 160 and undispute 160. So that'll make him a 4-time undisputed champion in 4 separate divisions, something nobody has ever done in history. He'll be the first, 1-on-1.
hey.
Marissa Shields is a 3-time. She's not a 4-time. We're going to take that off because we don't even need... See, this is why I don't talk to
man
people.
over here.
Hey, man.
Sidebar.
Hey, we going to put this on the
Fucking up
screen.
the pot.
We gonna put in the great Roger Mayweather when he said, most niggas don't know shit about boxing.
All this is going at the end because this is a whole 5 minutes in.
No, this is going to be a short. Pause that, man. It's going to be a little short clip.
Yeah. It's gonna be. I would just do it as a 5-minute little bonus boxing review.
Yeah.
You gonna be the first man and woman?
No, okay. Clarissa Shields is 3-time
We're recording
undisputed.
and we're fucking up the timer.
No. See, this is what happens when you got to talk boxing with people.
You don't
Clarissa
have to,
Shields
we're
is
recording.
3 times undisputed.
You're trying
Terrence
to talk
Crawford.
boxing.
I'm talking to them too because there's people that's just like him.
I'm
who
about
go
to
at
cut
us.
all this shit.
That's good. 3 times undisputed. Terrence Crawford is currently 3 times undisputed. Nobody else has ever done that. They're the only 2. If Terrence Crawford goes to 160 and gets undisputed, he'll be 4-time undisputed.
Born a competitor, form is incredible. These rappers I won't settle for, they ain't even edible. Caution, but the tape ain't yellow though. This